Welcome tonight, guys. I'm Vulture Culture, and this is the Akai AX80, one of the most enigmatic, relatively rare polysynth from the mid-'80s. And real quick, I just want to say that the flickering here is a frame rate issue with the camera up there. It doesn't do that in real life. It's not as cancerous on the eyes. So welcome. Tonight, we're going to go through and we're going to check out this really cool instrument. What makes this synth great is we have a sub oscillator. We have two oscillators. These are digitally controlled oscillators, similar to the Juno series. We have cross modulation, pulse width modulation. We have a really great filter, a 3372 filter, which if you're familiar with the Matrix-12, it's actually the exact same filter there, which is kind of crazy to think about, that this synth has that same filter too. We have an LFO. We've got a lot of stuff. So can I get a scum cheers in the chat? And if you're new here, welcome. This is a warm, welcoming community of people who love synthesizers. So cheers, guys. Let's jump into some of the presets here. So I'm going to go to the presets, and we can jump right in with preset 1.1, basically. I need to turn chord memory off, and we have a kind of a decent analog piano type sound. Now, one thing I want to do here real quick, actually, if you'll give me a second, is let's add a little bit of chorus to this. So I'm going to go for the Tau chorus. Really great. I think it's a free plugin that's based off of the Juno. So this is like the Juno 60 chorus, but I'm going to dial it back to like not a crazy amount there. And then I'm also going to add some delay to this, because this synth was very much made to be, what's the word? Like, this is a mono output synth, so we just have this one cable going out here. I don't know about that. There's some pretty crazy ones in this synth adapt. But by adding some delay and chorus, you know, that's a lot better than if we just were listening to this and we turn that off and the delay. It's okay, but then if we add a little bit of chorus and we get a little stereo width. So hopefully it's a good balance. I have both of the effects moderately low, so we're not contaminating the sound of the synth too much. And you'll notice that I'm missing a key up here. That's because when I bought the synth, it was packaged really well. The critical thing are these VFDs love to break when you're buying these. So unfortunately, if these go, your options are limited on fixing it. But I'm going to try to repair this key myself. And I also have a Tontec mod. So this is an unmodified AX80, one of the original revisions. But I'm going to add a Tontec mod to it because that will, and I think you'll see why later. So check out some more presets. I'll shut up. Give it some nice volume. Little E pianos here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate those sort of harpsichord-y, clavichord-y type sounds. This is a harpsichord. But it actually doesn't sound so bad, does it? Now we're into like more of like a faux DX7, right? Because I believe the synth was 8485. And you can hear a little fast pitch envelope on that, right? So this is my type of thing, like more of a synthy thing. Now we move into the brass section. There's a couple of good ones. You know, actually, not fucking bad. Not bad at all, I think. Mixmaster, how you doing? Let's keep moving here. That one's very similar. Is that the same one? It's almost like an octave. I could even better. This is a great brass. And don't worry, under the hood we will unlock. But for the 80s, I actually don't think this is bad. Cheers, guys. I need a little bit more of this action. A little more Biv and Tucker. You can hear that beautiful velocity, right? So I don't believe this is an aftertouch, but it does have velocity. What's interesting is we've done a lot of streams on the synth that succeeded this, the AX60. That synth does not have velocity, but it does have voltage-controlled oscillators. It has only one oscillator per voice, but it can do pulse width modulation on all the wave shapes, plus it has filter FM. So there's this interesting sort of push and pull. It's almost like if this synth has a feature, you can count on it to not be in the AX80 or in the AX60, and vice versa. So now we're in the woodwinds territory, i.e. Same type of sounds except with square waves. That's interesting, Alarock. Why would that be? I don't know enough of the deep lore. Now we get into the synth strings, and I mean, you know. How's it going, Keith? Welcome, brother. After you're able to synth that clock signal to an incoming waves frequency, you don't have enough time to do it fast enough above 600 hertz. Sync the clock. Yeah, sorry, I got a little confused because of that. I assume filter FM isn't equivalent to FM. No, most of the time when people talk about FM synthesis, what they're talking about is oscillator to oscillator, not oscillator to filter. So traditional Yamaha style FM synthesis, you have modulators and carriers. On analog synths, you also have sort of like a one operator at a time type thing. So one oscillator modulating the other, and you can maybe hear both at the same time or not. It depends. So we're in our strings still. So I think you're already starting to hear a little bit, maybe a knock against this synth is just, and again, Adapt was saying, and he's right, you have to get under the hood and start programming to get some difference. But there is a little sameness here, which is totally something you'd say about any of the Junos, by the way. Oh, we're in the bass. Now, these basses are actually really good. Ooh. A little bit of dust in there. Check that out when I get in there. Yeah, so we have some really cool bass sounds. Really big. Really good bass sounds, both of those. This one has less key tracking, so up high, you basically lose it. That's ridiculous. And you can hear, the harder I hit that key, the more we get. We got some organs. Hate organs. You know, some people like organ sounds. Not me. Then we get to the synth sounds. I want to take a second. Let's just turn the delay and the chorus off again real quick, just as like a sanity check, because I think one of the reasons this synth is so underrated in terms of price, I mean, you can get one of these for under $1,000 right now, which is really good for a vintage synth with 8 voices, right? With the same filters as the goddamn Matrix-12. So why could that be? Well, here's how it sounds without any effects. Right? It sounds good. It sounds fine, but maybe, you know, this is a synth that the difference is. I think it's still good dry too. Sam, cheers, guys. But I will say, compared to like a sister synth, like the Chroma Polaris down there, the one I'm pointing at, also a 3372 synth, that one, you don't really need to do much. Like, it just sounds ripping. With this, it really benefits. And I mean, again, I'm not trying to knock the synth. It's actually a compliment in a weird sort of way. I think the synth was just, from the beginning, they're like, look, we're not going to put stereo outs even though we have 8 voices, so we could do, like, we're not doing that. This is a synth. You're going to run it through effects. Let's optimize it for that. And there... You know, I think it sounds spectacular as soon as you start mixing some stuff in. Just my opinion, of course. Ooh, come on now. Come on, you little key. Come back to daddy. Oh, come on, contact point. There it is. So if you ever have some of this vintage gear, what happens is little dust gets in there. I'll have to clean this one too. Yeah, no stereo pan on the oscillators, unfortunately. Purring like a fucking Oberheim, really. We're going to edit. So it's got crazy amounts of resonance if you need it. Yeah, good. Inverted envelopes, you can only get this type of sound with that. Really interesting, and you can hear, I would say this synth, you know, this is pushing the envelope on what an analog synth could do at the time. I really like this fifths type thing, you know, because if you play a minor chord, you get a seventh chord. If you play a seventh chord, you get a ninth chord. Come on now. Come back to me. Well, I'll fix that later. Yeah. Sounds really good. Delay off. Chorus off. This is another example of a sound that could on its own be kind of... You know, if you're listening in headphones, you'll feel the pain. But let's just bring in that chorus and delay, and now it's beautiful. Preset. We got a couple of effects. This one's cool. Come on, key. Oh, it's so frustrating. At least it's not broken. Come back to me. Oh well. a good one. Yeah, whatever it is up here, though. And especially because the AX60, to Adapt's point, you know, VCO synths are generally associated with higher prices and higher quality. I was not expecting for this synth to look as good as it is. Whenever you see photos of it, I feel like it looks kind of small. But actually, I would say that this, I mean, it's definitely bigger than the AX60. And it's got this sort of faux leather on the side. It feels like built like a tank. And it also has this nice sloping away thing, kind of Polybrute 12-esque there. So super interesting. Now we have two banks of user presets. So things are going to get interesting here. I don't know if these are the presets that shipped with the synth or if the guy who owned it before me. God, that's going to drive me crazy. I guess it's gone for the stream. Hearing, you know, we've got a delayed LFO, all sorts of stuff going on in that sound that's a better string sound. Oh, it's got an interesting. So the displays look like they're freaking out, Mixmaster, but it's actually just the frame rate issue with the camera up above. The older the gear, more likely that is. To my eyes, they're not flickering at all. You can definitely hear a little more signal loss as you crank the resonance than we get with the Polaris or the Matrix or the Expander. We haven't really even talked about the fact that you can hard sync. Weird little atonal something or another. So Manny Fernandez and I were talking briefly, our Facebook comments, not really talking. And I was saying, you know, I'm just not good at cross mod. Not that I don't, it's just, you just turn it on, right? And adjust the amount, but it's more, you end up with these atonal sorts of patches that I don't find as useful. They're good for like effects, but as far as like if you want to make a keyboard or something, it'd be hard to keep it in soon. Chunkadelic, that's I could see it because there's more you can do with this, right? And by the way, all you need to really get that, you know, awesome chorus sound is just get a vintage Boss pedal. This is a Dimension C. There's also the let me see, I've got it over here too. You know, like a Boss CE3, you know, a couple $100 for a vintage one. Of course, there's the Wazacroft modern ones, but I mean, like, fuck that. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're probably really great, but I mean, considering you could get a vintage one so cheap, I mean, yeah. Apostolos, I will guarantee you they are not until you Tontech mod it, which I'm planning to do with this one. In fact, I have the mod just sitting down right over there. What a sound. Some really cool sounds. Dave Lippo, I don't think I've ever actually seen you in one of the live streams before, but certainly seen you in the comment section. One of my favorite things about Dave is he will buy synths in triplicate. So I think he saw some of the AX60 videos I've done and then got 3 of them, correct me if I'm wrong. And currently you've bought 2 UBXAs, so you can use them in stereo for 64 oscillators. Yeah, so the Prophet T8 is the one of the Curtis 3372 filter synths that I don't have or haven't had at some point. Can't remember if I've sold one of them or not, but I've had almost all of them. 3 AX60s. It's awesome. I really bought this synth too because I want to do more than anything a shootout stream between the AX80 and the AX60, because I think that that's always a question. It's like, especially because most of the cool features of the AX80 aren't in the AX60 and vice versa. You know, like I said, if you want VCOs, you're going AX60. You know, so Jack, I have not. You know, the thing about modern synths are, I'm into the old stuff, and it's not that there aren't incredible modern synths that in a lot of ways eclipse the older synths, but I do love the quirkiness and the weirdness and the limitations and the advantages. And I think a lot of the times, like, no matter what people say, like, the new stuff is as good as the old stuff, that's true. Let me say that first and foremost, that's true. And also, when people have to pick, like, you hear the same sound on the CS70M versus something new, most people are going to go. That's really not the worst organ sound I've ever heard. Oh, I don't know which pluck it was, Synsonic. At some point. They're just expensive for what they are. Hey! We have a little tom. Almost can do a kick drum. Pretty good. Preset bank B, or not presets, user bank B. That's right. The AX60 came out after. It kind of seems, you're right, Apostolos, to think, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, to think that, because what generally happened with the synth companies of the 80s is they started with VCOs, and then for cost cutting reasons, they got rid of the knobs and sliders that you see on the AX60, and they went to more of a membrane panel like this. But Akai did it backwards. So Akai came out with basically a system. They came out with a drum machine, a tape recorder, like a cassette tape recorder studio type thing, like a Porta Studio. They came out with this, and I think they came out with a sequencer all at the same time, and it was designed to basically all fit together and be useful as like a music studio system. Not too different than what Oberheim did with the system originally, which was like the DMX and stuff, pre-MIDI. But what was interesting is they had jumped hard on the membrane panel thing, which was going on with synths like, you know, from that era. Korg Poly 61 comes to mind. I want to say the Moog Source was actually one of the first. So Moog did it before the DX7 by like a couple of years. A lot of people think it's the DX7 that created this nightmare of interface that we've, you know, with an alpha dial, but really it was already going on. So Akai went backwards though. I think they got enough feedback on this synth that they were like, okay, we actually need to, people actually want the slider, so they put it on there. Yeah, no cigarette burns. What is it? We'll try to see. Lots of really short ones here. Lots of great velocity on this, and to be honest, guys, this key bed feels great. Come on, key. You were doing so great. I can actually trigger this one. There, I'll just have to clean it out. Yeah, very brassy. Eternian, how's it going? Synthanon, how's it going? Really fat sounds. Isn't actually membrane switches? I mean, they certainly feel like membrane switches. They feel just like the membrane switches on the Polaris, the Kwai K3, the Moog Source. Same type of thing to me. I don't know if somehow under the hood they're different. One thing I don't like about a lot of modern key beds is you don't have to hit the keys very hard to be at full velocity. So it's often like you're either at full velocity a lot, and then if you ever play a little quiet, the velocity drops so fast that you like miss a note. It sounds like you didn't play it. Where in this case, I feel like I have a very good control over the dynamic range. Silly. Trying to get it to not clip. People say it's clipping. It's not actually clipping on my stream. I have multiple series of compressors controlling things, and they just get a little bit juicy, but we're not clipping. That's funny, Ace Chord. Jackass, do you think it's weird to have weighted keys on a synthesizer? I don't. I've also never experienced a synth with weighted keys to my knowledge. I know the Ensoniq TS12 has weighted keys, a couple of others. T8, I think, has weighted keys. Very quiet. Kind of interesting. Ooh. Prismatic, I just want to get through these presets, and then yes, I will. I actually just want to make some sounds on my own as opposed to really cool different sound though. Yeah, the resonance on these chips are crazy. And, you know, again, Akai got feedback on that, but for some reason, Akai doubled down, and the resonance on the AX60 is crazy too. Industrial Music Fan, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, this is a synth action, also known as semi-weighted. It's actually pretty cool. So what's interesting is this, you know, there's some interesting movement in there. Let's go to preset. Let's start with, I'm going to use this one because I'm assuming oscillator 2 level is, oh, wait. Go to edit, oscillator 2 level, oscillator 1 level. Let's turn oscillator 2 down. Let's turn the cutoff all the way up. Resonance down. EG depth, we'll turn it all the way up. What? Key follow, turn that off. Key velocity, we don't need that. High pass filter. We do have a high pass filter, so we don't. Yeah, very much like the Kwai K3, which I like. A lot of people, you know, can be a little silly sometimes about that. And we can just turn the depth down. The depth is down on all of those. So then we can just make sure that we add a little bit of release. Sustain. Let's bring the sustain all the way up. Maybe not quite as much release. Attack is 0. Now, looking at the, what are we looking on? We have VCA, VCF, and we can do just the VCF. Let's see what we have here. Bring the decay down. And let's bring the cutoff down now. And let's make sure that the wave I'm on is What do we have here? Yeah, so this is interesting. So we have kind of a few different waves. We have sawtooth. Increase the decay a bit here. Pretty good tuning here because it is DCO, right? And, you know, one thing here, if I change the cutoff frequency, you'll notice nothing happens. And that's because this is one of those synths that you have to update the notes. Comparing this with like the Roland JX series, which are also DCO synths, Matrix 6, a bunch of other Akai SX240 that I have behind me, lots of other DCO synths I like. These DCOs are locked in, right? So definitely for better or worse, that's a thing. So let's bring this down. Yeah, the Insonics are like that too, ace chord, which is okay. So then wave could also be both, or we've got square. We got like basically 3 different waves to pick from, or 4 different waves. So we have pulse width, PWM speed, not going through 0 or anything. Let's see, is our sub-oscillator on? Oh, I think we've had our... I thought this was up the whole time. That's weird. Why is that off when I turn the sub-oscillator off, but the DCO's all the way up? Huh, I wonder why that is. What's going on in the synth that causes that? Oh, that's why. So the wave was off earlier. That's off. Then sawtooth. I see. I was almost wondering if I had like a dead DCO chip, but that doesn't mean, yeah. Michael knew immediately what was up. So here's our sawtooth, very nice. Pulse width, and then both. And it, you know, together it has that sort of Alpha Juno-y type thing. Oh, it sounds very beautiful like that. Let's turn oscillator 1 down and bring oscillator 2 in to the equation. Wave, let's turn that to off, sawtooth. Oh, you can hear that hard sync is on. And that what I'm adjusting is the EG depth here. So what I need to figure out is how to turn hard sync off. I forgot how to do it earlier. I know it's around here somewhere. Detune, wave, cross. Oh, it's probably under cross mod. All right, now I can turn the EG depth down. I want to say it was like 55 was halfway. Maybe it's like 49. There we go. 50 is what we're looking for here. Oh, interestingly, on this one, we don't have pulse width modulation. Jack, no, the buttons are totally fine. I agree, Keith. This synth in particular is going to be a really cool sound source in Legendary Synths Volume 2 because it's got so much of a certain vibe to it, I guess. Oh, okay. Oscillator 2 level. So let's go back to this because we don't have pulse width modulation. Let's set it there. Let's bring in oscillator 1 now. So this is like the AX60 where if you don't get a running start, what's happening is if you see me messing with it, is if you move that too slowly, it doesn't respond. So perfectly in tune. Frequency range. Interesting. Frequency range here has a lot of control. So you get those great fifth tones. Let's just turn that chorus and delay off real quick. There's still a little detune in there. Let's see. Oh, it's on 51. Let's try and see if I can hit it right at 50. Come on now. That's still got a little movement to it, a little chorusing. Let's try 49. Dave, I'd love to. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Basically, those companies have to come to me. I've never reached out to a company and have them be like, oh yeah, sure. Really? I mean, for me, it just feels like, yeah, we're making it from scratch. Kind of exploring what can be done with the synth. Oh, I guess it was the PWM that was causing that movement in there. If we moved it to, let's say, just a sawtooth. Yeah, we could get that weird phase locked. Ring modulation, I don't think so. But we do have some pretty aggressive LFO stuff. We'll get into some more of the crazy stuff first. 51, it sounds really good. It's like a slow chorus. DeKarmic, I have not. I think the UVI sampled stuff is cool. Obviously, I'm kind of in the same game. So, you know, actually pretty lush. What is it? sometimes these types of synths can sound kind of, I don't know what the word is for it. It actually reminds me of the DW8000 a lot, where obviously those oscillators are digital, but has that sort of sound, you know, that's... So far, we haven't used any resonance, so let's see what happens if we bring some of that in. And protect your dogs, they're about to be upset. So we're at about a fifth, and, you know, already we've lost a pretty good amount of signal. Lots of brightness, really pulls the brightness forward, I actually quite like that. Reminds me of a Moog filter. So what I like about ladder filters, the good part of ladder filters is they work almost like an EQ, you know. Versus with that off. Derek, I don't know if you've checked out Vincent Presley's channel, but he's got all sorts of information about the Residents, like way more than I know about. I don't know anything about the band. Let's go up to 40. I actually think that's right, Alarock. Let's just tighten up that decay a bit. What modern day competitor equivalent to this synth so far? I don't know that I can think of even like a vintage equivalent or anything. It's got kind of its own sound. If I had to go with something, is there any remaining DCO synths? Like maybe like a DeepMind 12 or something like that? Which is about the same price nowadays anyways. Really, really nice actually with this resonance. We're only at 40 of like 99. Bring it up to 60. I'm like a little afraid. Let's turn the volume down a bit. It's, you know, even at 60, it's beyond what... Hey, Damien, how's it going? Thank you very much as always. How are you doing, my friend? Pretty good. Let's slow the decay down again. For the record, if we were to go to the Matrix-12, turn that on and max out the resonance, it would not be as resonant as this. This is further. And, you know, I think this is where this synth gets the bad reputation, is because if you crank the resonance, we're up to 89 here, right? Or the resonance is still only at 59. So we're just a bit above halfway and just... very, very ice picky, you know. So we're here. Let's go ahead and bring it up to 80 and just really protect your cat's hearing. I think I've turned the synth down by about 12 decibels, which means every 6 decibels is half the volume. So it's at a quarter volume from where we were like not that long ago, like when we just had it out. Apostolus, I think this one might take the cake. It's so extreme. For some people are going to lose it, like Radio Confo. Let's take it up to 99, of course. No real difference. Alarock, it is self-oscillating brutally. Or I guess what you could be asking me is if I turned the so let's turn EG depth all the way down, right? And then cut off frequency. Try not to rip everybody's ears off. Where? Oh, I need to set EG depth. It could be positive or negative. That was the problem there. So let's set it just to 50. It's really hard to target 50 exactly. Come on now. Sorry for my lingering cough from last week. It's really... There we go. So the question would be, let's turn key follow all the way up. And then let's turn both our oscillators off. And then what else do I need to make this happen? Key follow up. No. His key follow might go... Oh, it's on 1. Let's bring it all the way down. I'm trying to tune it to the filter, right? Now, I'm curious if key follow was at 50, if we would be able to tune it better, maybe? Maybe it's 50 is halfway? No, definitely not. Sometimes key follow 66 will be the right number. No, doesn't seem like it. I would think key follow, key velocity's off, key follow 100%. Use the buttons? Oh, I guess, oh, that's how you do it. Oh, that's so smart, Prismatic. So what we're hearing here is subharmonics, right? Because those harmonics are not there, so. But yeah. It doesn't seem to track the filter perfectly, which is a shame. Because there are other synths in this price range, like I'm thinking of a Prophet-600 synth that can do this, the Matrix-6. You get one of those for about $1,500. The prices might be up right now, actually. Prices of synths have gone back up. It's not synthesis saturation, it's just, oh, there's probably some saturation in the actual gain staging of this. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but... Yeah, it's probably too much time. It's just curious to see what could be done with extreme amounts of resonance. Let's turn that all the way off and EG depth back up. Oh, and we need some oscillators. That would help. That would help. Let's go to pulse width modulation, and then we'll turn sawtooth on. That's how quiet we got from... That's how much I had to turn it up 10. Now let's just add some resonance. Have a good night, Adapt. So, you know, resonance of about 29, 30. Very nice EQ. Really nice, lush super saw. Oh, I need to spend more time with Arturia Prophet VS. Let's check how fast it can go. So let's turn the decay delays off. Make a little bass sound. Bring the cutoff off a bit. Ooh. Now, if we want to if I tap chord memory, now I'm in mono mode if I want to be. Let's bring the EG depth down. So if we were doing this on a Juno, right? Ooh, we could do a little dubsteppy. Ooh. Forget it, could go negative. But if we were doing this on a Juno, we wouldn't have as much range for that filter to travel, right? It's a more constrained, confined range. You know, if we turn the chorus up like how it would be on a Juno, I mean, it's pretty fucking... And with the resonance, so without any resonance, it's okay. Even with a pretty high amount of resonance, if we bring the decay down on the... What is it? Filter. I'm on the wrong setting here. So filter, decay. There we go. Yeah, if it had an ARP, that would be nice. Does the... If I turn the resonance down... Oh, 32 voice SD1 is awesome. If we increase key follow here a bit, let's add some key follow. Now we can create like more of a pluck. If we turn chord memory off. Sounds really nice. Now let's go to the... It's interesting how it can change mode here. So if we go to release, let's slow this down and add some release, about the same amount. Go to the VCA and add some release. Now as we add resonance. So somewhere again around 30 is a good... Did I just lose it all? I did. I just hit the preset button. Ugh. Fuck. VFX looks really good. I do prefer the cosmetics over the SD1, but the SD1 is there. I want to say Dub Station Zero had a modified one. So we lost what we had. Let's see if I could get there quickly again. So the VCA, let's edit this. What's a good one to start with? Edit. Let's go to cross mod is off. Oscillator 2 level all the way up. Pulse width all the way up. Pulse width speed pretty slow. Wave. We're gonna just go for saw. That's square. Bring it down to 16 feet. Bring this one down to... EG depth needs to be about 50. High pass filter all the way down. Yeah, nice. Sub oscillator off. Now I don't know, that sounds like LFO oscillator 1, oscillator 2, VCF depth. I wonder what's causing that. Cross mod is off. So that's not causing that. I wonder what that is. EG. Let's go to the other LFOs and just make sure the depth is 0. Huh, something else is going on. Could it be amplifier? So let's see here. Sustain on the VCA is up. Sustain all the way down. Release is pretty high. Let's just set it kind of middle. Decay kind of middle. VCA release kind of middle. Velocity, let's turn that off. I forgot that there's probably a pretty good amount of gain just in the VCA. Okay. A little bit's nice. Somewhere around 5 is more than enough for me. Oscillator 2 level. Now we're back-ish to where we were. Cutoff frequency down. Pretty good, doesn't it? All right, I'm going back to what Adapt said, which is if you program it yourself, you can get some better sounds, because this is sounding definitely there. Noise. The question was noise. I don't think I see noise anywhere. Am I fucking stupid? Have I been looking at it the whole time? I don't think I see any noise. In fact, I know there's not, because thinking back to Espen Kraft's recent interview with Ian Dixon, he talked about the AX80, and I've heard him tell the story. Can't remember if he said it in that interview exactly, but basically when he got the AX80, his first real synthesizer, it couldn't do a wind noise. And that's because it doesn't have any noise in there. It couldn't do a wind sound. Let's take this wave and see how it sounds squarer. It's so pretty, isn't it? No noise source, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. If you tap decay, it just... Oh, such glad... So, for me, let me just tell you, here's the deal. Now, if I tap it... Yeah, if you tap the same button, it adds one increment as well, which is a good little hack. 30. For polysynth sounds, just set the resonance to 30 and forget about it. Like, just that's it. It really, to me, dare I compare it to a memory Moog? Like, and my thing is, I don't always like synths that lose that low end. My favorite synths don't tend to do that. The Matrix-12, CS70M, those types of synths don't do that. But man... amount of chew, right? You get that chew, but you don't lose too much. The camera is at 30, and it's fucking with that. Let's go resonance up to 40, see if I regret it. See, at 40, it's already, I'm going to turn the volume down just because it was clipping. it's too much. Now, you know, for sci-fi, whatever, let's try 35 for the hell of it. Yeah, 30 is the number. I suppose I could change the shutter speed and see if it does better at 25 frames a second or something, but this is just the reality of these old displays. I'm sorry for the eye cancer, you guys. So beautiful. If we turn it all the way off, beautiful still. Glowy, breathy high end. Waves, let's change it to both on both. So now we're listening to saw square on this at the same time, and then saw pulse width modified square on this. So you know, sub oscillator's been off this whole time, guys. Just fucking think about that. Gorgeous sound. For me, it's starting to get overloaded. Let's see if we can bring that resonance up enough. Let's bring it to the magical number 30 and see if that... So what's happening is just too much going into it, which I do like that you can push it pretty hard. For me, I don't always love the sound of a sawtooth and a square getting pulled off the same oscillator. You know, resonance sounds a little harsh now. Let's bring that back. Volume. I love a good long release time. Sometimes we've had the delay off. I bet it would be even better with that. Guilty of too long release times, probably. Now, no slight against the great Espen Kraft, right? No, you know, obviously I'm a ripoff of his channel, so anything he said, listen to what he said over what I think. But for me, when he said that this synth is like one of the coldest synths he's ever heard, same thing with the AX60, you know. It's got the brightness, but I want to see if we can clip it. So I'm going to turn the volume really low and see how far we can push the level and see if we can get distortion. Make sure I'm not clipping into the synth. Let me see. No, so I'm not clipping into the interface, even with the level maxed out. So unlike something like the Polaris, the VCA really is just, oh, it's so cool, and it goes back down if you've reached the max value. See, it's little things like that they thought about on these old vintage synths. I'm sure they do even better things with the modern ones, but for me... Would love to get my hands on an MKS80 at some point. I would be surprised if the DW8000 was colder. That is a very warm synth. If you listen to the DSS1 stream from last week, is definitely there is that profit optimization, right, Alarak? Of course, there's certain things like when I think of I don't know what the first synth was to do this. I want to say it was probably like the Prophet 08. First sequential synth to where you could like press one button and wiggle a knob and that creates your mod routing. Like, that's brilliant. Like, Dave Smith deserves a technical Grammy for that. But now, I'm not trying to disagree with anybody. You have to use your own ears. And I like this synth. But there's other synths I don't like. Can I get some scum6 in the chat? Y'all know what I'm talking about. If I don't love a synth that you love, that doesn't mean it's a bad synth. It just means it's not right for me. I'm going to describe it using my words like the Nordlead 2 is rat fucked. Maybe I'll say that, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't love that synth. So, you know, with that in mind, I have lost my place in the chat again. Yeah. All synths, I don't think all synths should be loved. You know, there are the Timberwolves of the world. Let's bring that goddamn sub-oscillator into the equation. It's there, but I will say this, compared to like the Poly 6 or something, it's not over the top, you know? Let's see. 8 voices, luxurious voice counts, quite great. I would love to get... So here's one of the issues for me with the MKS80. And I'm a freak, right? Remember that. I'm fucked up when it comes to what I think about when it comes to synths. So the MKS80 has 5 or so revisions, maybe 6. The first 4 use Curtis CEM3370 voltage controlled oscillators and an IR3109 filter chip like the Jupiter 6, but with a bass boost circuit added to it, like you have from the Junos. Revision 5 has an IR3R05 filter chip, and very interestingly, the only integrated circuit VCO Roland ever made, which is the IR3R03 voltage controlled oscillator IC. Someone fact check me on that real quick, if that's right. But so both revision 4 and revision 5 are very interesting, and they're like $4,000 synths. Yeah, and prismatic sprays, right? We haven't even begun in the sense that we've got 3 LFOs. So let's turn the sub oscillator off for now. Let's go for LFO 1 and bring some depth in here. Actually, let's go for LFO. Let's go to oscillator 2. The reason being, let's see if we can create some interesting sounds. Yeah, I want square, and I want to see if we could set it to an interval. Oh, turn a delay. We have a delay, which is great, but let's turn it all the way off. Oh, it's nice. We can actually control it without re-triggering the note. take it that far. We can't. Maybe it's only like a semitone or 2 semitone range. So we're just not really going to get the effect I'm looking for here. So let's go back to sine wave then, or triangle in this case, and just bring this back. Can we take it into audio rate? Small amount, maybe like of 10. Let's take that speed even lower, like real slow, so we're getting kind of like VCO drift. Speed of 10. Let's go to oscillator 1. Wave shape, sine, delay, off, speed, not quite 10. Let's go maybe 12 or something. You know, it's like some, I'm using 13, and then depth again, just like of 10. So now what we've created, you could use this for vibrato, but for me, I'm using it to create VCO drift more. Prologue 16, I love that. Radio Convo, that's what I like. And many vintage synths are actually like that. I've read about it more often with the AX80, but that's just kind of the case. Like all the way back to the first vintage synth, or first portable vintage synth, the Mini Moog. When they were making it, they actually made a mistake. And the way that they were running into the filter, they had a, can I get a scum cheers in the chat? Hey, we have these nice scum cheers glasses now, if anybody's interested in them. Link is in the description. Should be anyways. vultureculture.live. But Mini Moog, they were actually running the oscillators into the filter 18 decibels. So like 2.5 times as hot as they should have. And when they took it back down, they were like, oh, that doesn't sound good. So they went back to that. And yeah, I think it's actually a good thing. Thank you guys so much for all the scum love. Infundibula, vultureculture.live in the merch section. We also have some new beanies. I have a new shirt in there. Hey, it's Aquatic Borealis. We can even, you know, take the depth back on both of these a little bit. Let's go to this one. Depth. Yeah, you don't need much. Just a little bit. Just a... little bit more life into the sound, although it doesn't really need much. And then if we go to, let's go to the filter now and increase the depth. Turn the delay down. Alarock, awesome. I appreciate it. increase the, make sure I'm on the filter here, the decay. And one thing I'll give this that even my beloved Akai SX240 can't say is the LFO shapes on that are weirdly like softened, whereas this you could really use. Now, I don't see any way to trigger that LFO, right? Actually, the chorus is just a chorus plugin. So without the chorus and the delay, it sounds like this. It sounds like the LFO is always locked to the keystrokes. And it's not polyphonic. Which I actually really like. Like, that's how I wish LFOs tended to behave for this type of thing anyways. Right. That's actually prismatic. I'm glad you said that. That's where I was going with this, is we could add some delay now. Oh, cool, Michael. Well, I do have a Tontec mod. It's actually sitting right next to me. I'm not going to show it on stream just because it's still in the envelope. But I'm going to dial the envelope amount down a little bit. Just a bit. Yes, the AX60 was after. That's correct. Sounds so good. Without resonance. Maybe even 20 is kind of nice on this one. Change the waveform. We'll go from square to saw down to saw up and see what we get. With this, less resonance is better. Slow that down even more. So one thing, okay, so if I increase the fade a lot, so the delay not fade. So certain synths, if you delay the LFO kicks in all at once after the delay, right? So you can think of it as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, boom, like all of the modulation depth. I really like it on synths where it fades in. And I can't think off the top of my head which synths work that way. I think the DSS-1 did. See, like there, it just goes from 0 to hero. So what that means is just you have to kind of go tighter with the modulation. I just saved this because I think it's a fucking patch, you know? Sub oscillator on. VCA attack up. So Prismatic, you'll have to help me on that one, because the way I read it, we have an LFO for oscillator 1, an LFO to oscillator 2, and an LFO to the VCF. So what I'm taking that to mean is that there's no way for me to like modulate the filter with 2 LFOs. And I'm already using LFO 1 and 2 to create, you know, a little bit of extra VCO drift. Now, I don't know that I love the attack right now. So here's to... no, I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 3 separate LFOs because I have different speeds. It's hard to see with this cracked out display here, but see how those little displays have changed? Those are the different values. So it's different. I believe I have 3 LFOs, but I don't think that works. Now, the Robami, that's the AX60. The AX80 doesn't have the sampler input that the AX60 does. And I tried using my AX60 with an Akai S900, which does have that. I have the cable. It's kind of a rare cable. Took me a long time to find one. But the problem is that it doesn't work that well with the S900. And S612, I don't know. I just don't see myself falling in love with that sampler. So I've made peace. Can't get a scum cheers in the chat, guys. I've made peace with I'm just fucking going Team Emax. For me, okay, like everybody's different. For me, one vintage sampler to rule them all is enough. I need apparently many vintage analog synths for whatever reason. I like the differences. The differences between the vintage samplers, there are differences. SSM filters, Curtis filters, ease of use, things like that. I do like that the S612 has the sliders on it. I think that's good. And I have heard that the 612 is really cool with glitchy granular type stuff. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'll regret it. And I'll get one day and I'll be like, yep, this is the best. And then I'll buy an AX60 again. And, you know, just the madness will continue. But back to what I was saying, I don't know that I love the way the attack is on this synth. See how there's still a little, I'm at like above 50% here. I guess it's okay. Now it's a pad. Yeah, the attack's not really there for me. So I would be using it more as a polysynth. I don't know how to describe what I don't like about the envelope shape, but I'm becoming more of an envelope snob. But it's totally usable. I mean, you could use it to do a pad. It's just, you know, even with, I'm on the VCA, right? Yeah. VCA all the way up. If I put the attack all the way, what do we got? Todd, have a great night. E4XT, yeah, it's over 25 years old. So if you want to talk about like that series, Angel Spit, I think has one. And I did an interview with him, Ice Planet 9000, and he talks about that sampler, I think. I am the first person to say I am not a vintage sampler aficionado. I don't, none of your business. I wish I could tell you which is the best of all of them. I'm going on the journey myself. I have the S900. I've never tried 1000 or any of the other ones. So I thought it was, yeah, Prismatic. The bases, it was good. I don't like the attack. I actually think the decay was fine for me. I just don't, yeah, like sometimes I don't know, it just sounds quieter. I don't know, I feel like it might just be linear, but it actually feels like it has, I don't know, it's just like a really weird shape to it that I'm not that I I love that, Derek. I just think it sounds better for plucky. And I just, the sub oscillator is a lot. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the emu stuff is almost always. Now, let's dig into some cross mod, okay? So for this, we're gonna use some EG depth. So now we've created hard sync. And we can change the from VCA to VCF. Obviously, it's sound better following basically what's going on with the filter. Oh, what if we go negative? What's that sound like? Oh. very cool. Am I crazy? Have I never heard like negative hard sync? Now, I could see, you know, when you crank this all the way, I hear why people might be like, oh, it's a little bit ice picky. Also, interestingly, it seems like, what's my VCF filter release? Let's increase that a bit. Yeah, that helps. I could see someone buying the synth though, and if there's a patch that has a lot of that going on, them being like, ugh, you know, it's a little ice picky, but you know, more constrained amounts of that, something in the middle, or even going a little negative. Cross mod 2. Off, 1, 2. So now let's use the amplifier. Well, that's rat fucked. Let's just turn that off. So, here's our basic. We're just back to no mod, no weird hard sync or cross mod. Using that second oscillator as a modulation source. So let's turn it off. It's really not like a depth amount. Wait a second, let me... Oh, interesting. It's being cross-modulated from oscillator 1. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting. So let's turn cross-mod off, level up. Let's get him in key. So now all we're hearing is just detune, right? Oscillator 1 off. Interesting. This is interesting because generally I think of cross mod being cool when you use values that aren't like octaves, right? So if we can only cross modulate oscillator 2 with oscillator 1, but we've only got 16, you know, like 16 feet, 8 feet, or 4 feet, right? We're not going to have a huge amount of cross modulation possibilities. So no cross mod. Cross mod. It sounds good with the sounds good with that. It's coming from the detune, so if we turn that all the way down here, see how close we can get it. Oh, weirdly more fucked. detune. Let's turn that off again. I think it sounds very nice with the cross mod. Now, let's change the octave. Now it reminds me of the Poly 800, which I know isn't a compliment for most people, but I think that synth actually sounds better than people think. All right, so let's go to that LFO and turn the depth down for now. What we really need is to just have a fast attack, or fast decay. I think it sounds very nice with that very fast attack. So for me, that's too much decay because it's really letting those high frequencies ring out. So if you want more, just bring in the cutoff. Even bring the EG amount down. See that? It's getting harsh up there, so we can just turn key follow down. Get rid of the ice pick, right? Maybe bring back in a little bit of key follow. Have a wonderful evening, my friend. Take care, okay? Can we turn it into a pad? Let's see. Still hear the beginning of that sound in there, you know, even if I change octaves and notes. Yeah, I hate the attack on this. It's okay. It's fine, but it... Mix pleasure. Have a wonderful evening. It's really interesting, Alarock. I forgot who it was who said earlier, who was like, I'm going to sell my JX8P for this. And I'm thinking to myself, this is great, but maybe this is like your poly, like anything that needs attack, you stick with the AX80. For anything that's a pad, you go JX8P. A thought. Let's go ahead and write this to A2. So we've got A1, A2, basically our, sort of an E-piano sound. I didn't even realize it's after 11 p.m. I was just having so much fun making synth sounds tonight. It was so good. So I think this is probably a good place to call it as any. By the way, the intro in the beginning was all AX60. That's what you're hearing now. Anyways, guys, I appreciate I do have a JX10. It's right there. I appreciate every one of you guys for hanging out with me and making this channel what it is. I've got very little left to give you guys the scum cheers, but cheers, you guys. Continue to be excellent. Thank you for being my friends, and I will see you next week.